So we're back again today with Tom Eagen with Innoworks, and we just want to talk through how exactly a PEO can help businesses with comprehensive payroll solutions. So Tom, the first thing I want to ask is, can you briefly go over exactly what a PEO is again as a refresher, and then explain how it provides comprehensive payroll solutions for their clients or their partners?
Sure. Yeah, just to keep it simple, a PEO does all of the back office functions for a company. Mm-hmm. So think about your company regardless of size, big or small. You have payroll, you have workers' comp. If you're a decent size, you have benefit administration. Mm-hmm. You have HR doing everything, including onboarding of new employees, as well as human resource functions, days off, injuries, all of those things. And then you combine the payroll aspect and the HR aspect with workers' comp, because those two things go together very nicely. So for every hour that you work doing the job you do, there's a workers' comp rate associated with that. And depending on what type of job it is, whether it's an office worker, it might be $2 or $3 per hour to have workers' comp coverage in case you get hurt, where a roofer might be $20 per hour because of the injury rate with roofers. So we combine all of those things. We save you time, we save you money, and you become more efficient with your time. And that's the one thing as a business owner you don't have a lot of. It's time. You should be focused on your business and growing your business, not necessarily all of the back office things that a PEO can do. Mm-hmm. So some companies may only want a payroll aspect. That's called ASO. That's fine, payroll and taxes. Mm-hmm. But most companies that we deal with, they also want to include the workers' comp and the benefit administration. So that's what a PEO is, and that's what makes it different. So it means giving up a little control of your company. Basically, you give us the information that we use, we process, and we pay the taxes for you, regardless of what state you're in. We cover all 50 states. The only thing that we would need to know is number of employees, along with what type of business you are. And then, of course, what type of work are they doing on a daily basis? We'll make sure it's a good fit for us and it's a good fit for you. That way, we don't have a lot of turnover with our business. Clients come in and they stay. And that's the goal, to be seamless and just keep doing what we do, making you happy.
Yeah, for sure. So what payroll features? I know you mentioned workers' comp. I know you mentioned employee benefits. What list of features do PEOs help cover when it comes to payroll services? Okay,
so everything. So start with a new employee. We're going to hire someone. So that employee fills out a questionnaire, especially when it comes to deductions from their payroll, any dependents and things like that. The employer takes that and puts in their information, what kind of job they're going to be doing, the hours they're going to be working, what states they're going to be in. And then we take over from there. We do everything using software. So we cut down on mistakes. There's very little input from anyone outside the payroll department. So from that's called onboarding, bringing on new employees. And in some of our clients' cases, they have hundreds of employees, and the turnover is tremendous, especially with companies. I'll use an example like the kids' trampoline companies, where they go and they jump.
Yes.
They have young people working there. They'll have 20 or 30 or 40 kids a month coming in the front door as employees and going right out the back door. It's not for them. Every employee has to be onboarded, and that's something that we do for our clients. Next, we're going to be running your payroll. We're going to be taking out the appropriate taxes. We're going to be paying the taxes for you. We're going to provide workers' comp for that employee. We're also going to do all the HR services. If you're a full-time employee vested in the company, there are 401ks. There are dental, vision, all types of healthcare available. So that's, when it comes to PEO, that's the biggest thing we do, is make that streamline. All new employees come in, get on the system, and they hit the ground running. Everything's all set up.
Yeah, so when you say it's comprehensive, you truly mean it's comprehensive. It covers almost every aspect. So
Yeah.
businesses don't even have to lift a finger when it comes to payroll.
It's exactly right. There's something, I'll give you another example. There's something called the prevailing wage. So a lot of our clients, especially ones that do landscaping and construction, things like that, they want government contracts. Well, the government wants it broken down daily by what the employee is doing. So if they're doing a jackhammer, they're paid this much money. And if they're going to do paving, it's this much money. And so midday, that employee may go from one job to another. We have to show that in the prevailing wage. And that's something that we do keep track of. And then the government comes back and checks our work and checks the employee and the owner, making sure everything is done correctly. So even the tough clients, we've got you covered.
Yeah, that's awesome. And then, so I know you work with businesses of all different sizes in all different industries. How do you tailor the PEO service for each individual business's needs?
And that's the conversation with our salesperson and our payroll. We have a meeting with all new clients where we find out exactly what their needs are. There'll be someone from sales, there'll be somebody from payroll, workers' comp, and human resources on that meeting. It tells us everything we need to know about the company. We'll then put a package together and present it. And we don't want to say we're going to do something that we're not. So we're going to get out in front of it, tell you what we think the problem areas may be. We want your expectations to be in line with exactly what we can do for you. So that meeting is critical. That's where we kind of weed it out. Is this a good fit?
And I know you said that they can customize the package, so they can pick and choose which services they want to use, correct?
Sure. Yeah, there's a menu of services. We're not an insurance company, so we can't just sell you straight insurance, but we'll point you in the direction if that's what you want. But if it's anything payroll, human resources, workers' comp, we've been contacted by other small payroll companies to see how we can assist them, because we have full-time lawyers, accountants, obviously dozens of payroll people, human resource people. All of these people come to work for us and bring years and years of experience. So we get to pull from that huge pool of experience and then pass that on. So as a small company, maybe you're just making ends meet, just starting out, which is normal for any company, big or small.
Yeah.
You can act like a much larger company using the resources that we provide. So it's huge.